No fooling, if it takes over 20 attempts to beat a boss, you're gonna feel frustrated in the throes of it. But after the fact, when you finally bested it and beaten that challenge in the game, you'll likely come to value it. And I do.
Well,
Oh. Surprisingly, they do actually have some scaling, but it's terrible. Yeah, descaling on everything. Although, the mere fact that it scales on everything means that if you're going through for a balance build where you, like, evenly distribute your points between magic, faith, strength, and dexterity, might make sense, I guess, but certainly doesn't make sense for me. Go straight to get to the late game. Go left to find an optional area. So, I don't even see a way to go left. So, I guess going straight is my only option. This isn't the Lord Vessel. This is more like the Duke Bowl. Oh no. Don't go self-beheading. Oh no, you're just slitting your own throat, and you're a statue that bleeds somehow. Do statues have blood? That doesn't sound right. Statue that bleeds, even I don't understand it. And then a ladder yatter comes down and steps on your face. Yeah, that did not seem to create any other paths. I'm betting it didn't unlock these stair spirals. Alrighty, onward and upward. Are these my other paths? Uh-huh. Okay, it might seem that way. Alright, so maybe this is where GMA's advice is applicable. Go straight for late game, go left for optional area. So, let's flip a coin. We'll say heads, we go straight. And heads. Alright, we go straight. This is really ghastly. Yep. You're like the same type of unit as the knights I saw outside, but much, much tougher. Your stats are higher. It's all about the numbers. It's bigger numbers. That's all that matters. Oh, I see. You've got a priest back there who's going to heal you. You guys are doing the RPG thing, where you're DPS and tank, and he's going to be heals and buffs. Well, die precipitously, and now we can have a more civilized conversation. Want some damage. God, you sure take a beating. And the uninterruptible nature of this art does make it incredibly useful when you want to secure a final hit. Pretty sweet sword. Looks like that's the sword that was represented in the statue outside. Now, oh boy, here we go. Alright. Your buddy there's got to have longer reach, so I'm going to have to put you down quickly. There. More? Ah, boy. Your guys' stats are high enough that you're difficult to put down. What if I don't have the patience to whittle your health bars down? I'll run ahead and just see what I'm up against before I spend a ton of time on this. Aha. This game does like to put bonfires very close together. It's just a return pipe. And not a mimic. Armor that I will never use. Oh, I'm definitely going to use that, though. In fact, if I were smart, I'd go back and use it right now. Because I think that's enough to upgrade my scythe again. Yeah. I should do that exact thing. Go back and upgrade this. I can tell I'm going to need every ounce of attack power I can get. Lothric Castle proper, huh? So I'm there. We're doing it. Hopefully it'll be kind of less tedious and lame and dumb than Drangleic Castle was. Drangleic Castle was very pretty from afar. It was like a rare piece of good visual design in Dark Souls 2. Sharp Great Scythe 7.
Be careful.
Phew, I'm gonna need 4 more chunks. There's gotta be a way to farm up chunks. And a slab too, hopefully. Oh no! You had best be dead. I already healed. You're a bit late on that. Whatever. Down you go. Ah, sweet. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I'm afraid of zombies, though. Terrified of zombies. The mere thought of a zombie puts me into a fear boner coma. That's where you're so afraid that you're sexually aroused and completely unconscious at the same time. A fear boner coma. Oh my god. Big heavy dude. Wait, you're just... Yeah, you're another one of the heavy knights who was using Halberd at the beginning of the game, right? Whoa, my goodness! Lots of light everywhere. You have a lot of health. You're difficult to stagger. Thankfully, you don't have a ton of reach. Winged Knight Twin Axes. Damn. Uh-huh. No thanks. I can see the appeal, but no thanks. What? What? Why even have this landing up here? Doesn't look like it'd be a return pipe from anywhere else. Good Lord. Why am I just now noticing that? So, in addition to these horrifying things flying through the sky, look like giant blown up versions of really evil viruses or bacteria or something. This is a novel idea. So, in RPGs forever, we've had regions that are like perpetually bathed in daytime or perpetually bathed in nighttime or even perpetually bathed in dusk or dawn. But one thing that I've not seen in an RPG region is perpetually bathed in a solar eclipse. That's new. That's clever. That's creative. I really dig that. I super love the aesthetic of having the sun blocked out all the time. That's really neat. Bald people don't deserve to live. Oh, hell yeah. Damn. So, does that mean I've got 4 now, or did I only pick up 3? 3. Yeah, but 1 more and I can upgrade my scythe again. Nice. What did I tell you about bald people? I will exterminate every last one of you from this planet. Only those with lush, beautiful hair are allowed to shine. If this area would be willing to give me even a single more Titanite chunk, that'd be like the best thing that's happened in all of recorded history, and also unrecorded history, and the future. Random, spontaneous violence! Great Lance. I need to offload some of this inventory. I got too much crap hanging in here. Man, Souls games really do love their excessive glut of weaponry that's based on strength. Feels like strength is the rule and dexterity is the exception. Or rather, I should say, strength is the rule and then everything else is the exception. Intelligence, faith, relatively rare compared to strength-based weaponry. God. I would just love that. I'd love that if I lived in a world where the sun was permanently eclipsed all the time. And it wouldn't be as dark as full-on nighttime, not by any stretch. Oh god, a dragon. Oh, 2 dragons! Now, are we going to play the dragon game of pelting you to death from a distance because you only know how to attack bridges? Actually, I'll go offload some of this inventory, make sure I'm up to date on arrows and such, and upgrade this bow too if I can, because upgrading the bow means that you actually spend less arrows because you're doing more damage per arrow. Dragon Barracks. So, is that like a barracks of normal human soldiers where dragons happen to be present? Or is it a barracks of normal human soldiers where it's like themed on dragons, like how you pick a school mascot? Or is it a barracks where actual dragons live? Like it's a barracks for dragons. It's not for humans. 17. I can see how much of your health bar that is, which means this will take like 16 or 17 forevers. $37. How close can I get before you're activated? Looks like you are just screaming wordlessly over and over again. Aha, that might do it. Alright, let's whittle on this guy for a while. It's not a Souls game unless you do this at some point. Did it in Demon Souls, did it in Dark Souls 1, did it in Dark Souls 2. Hell, I don't know if there are ranged weapons in Sekiro, but I wouldn't be surprised. Are there bows and arrows in Bloodborne? Because if there are, I'm sure you do this at some point. How far does it go? How to get burned, how to get burned, how to get burned. You actually let me get surprisingly close without activating. Now here's the real question. Do you have a secondary behavior like the Hellkite Drake when you get down to half health? Like, do you jump off those battlements and stomp me to death or heal yourself? Well, I got you to about 49% health, so that looks like a no. God. Dragons, or drakes, or whatever it is you call them, are like the weirdest and stupidest addition to Souls games. Because they're like a hybrid of enemy and environmental hazard. And it's one that you don't know exactly how you could or should be interacting with it until you get your face roasted off a couple of times. But that is how learning in these games works. I don't think I can carry enough arrows to off both of these guys without sitting at a bonfire first. So here's hoping that sitting at a bonfire doesn't cause one of you to respawn if I've already killed you. Usually, dragons / drakes don't respawn. But those rules aren't super consistent either, because, for instance, the Hellkite Drake does not respawn if killed, but the blue drakes, in the Valley of the Drakes, do respawn if killed. You don't fade out of existence. What? You both die? Wally, I don't want to live without you. I'll immediately chomp down on my cyanide capsule and commit suicide. Can't even interact with you. Why does killing one of you kill both of you? That's so weird. What is that bizarre-ass noise I'm hearing? Did I walk into Silent Hill suddenly? Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's up there. Hi. Bye. Wah, 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 wah. This is what it sounds like when your soul gets sucked out through your nostrils. Wah, 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 wah. I will kill you so dead that you'll cycle around and come back to life again. Hope that's not literally true of the dragons. Oh, yes! Uh-oh. It sounds like one of those Corvian screams, but I'm still really freaked out by these bacteriophage things that are flying around in the sky. So, how the heck are you things actually staying aloft? There's no way that having, like, giant wings and tails made out of tree branches is aerodynamic. Oh, I see. I have to fall down from the bridge, don't I? Alright, let's do that. This part of the game throwing so many Titanite chunks at me. It seems pretty obvious that I am intended to get my stuff near max upgraded. Fall down right here. Blam. Aw, sweet! This game's throwing all kinds of sweet-ass upgrades at me. And I am digging it. Digging it like a JPEG with too much compression. Another Titanite chunk. Maybe I can upgrade my bow, too. Oh, yeah. You're one of the zombies who would have developed into the giant tentacle monster. Well, sorry, but I don't like anime. When you think about it in a biological sense, even though anime used tentacles as a replacement for the penis, in real life, biologically speaking and evolutionarily speaking, it's more like a penis is a replacement for a tentacle. You know, our watery ancient ancestors that would have used a very sinuous appendage to impregnate their mates. We had to have some analog for that when we became land-based creatures. So it's more like penis is a replacement tentacle, not vice versa. So when the hentai movement comes around in the late 80s, early 90s, and starts doing the tentacle thing because you're not allowed to show dicks, it's kind of more like we've gone full circle, historically speaking. Anyway, I'll stop talking about penises and tentacles and start focusing on killing people, which is obviously the more lofty pursuit. Ow. I don't care if you want to cast holy miracles to make God himself bleed up through the cobblestones. I will murder you by slashing you to death with my very sharp stick. Sniper, bow, crossbow, not interesting. But you know what would be interesting? I would love a real-life replica of the Great Scythe from Dark Souls. I would love that. I would love to own one of those. And I went looking online, and it doesn't look like there's any really good... I mean, there's no official replica for sure. But when you go like searching on Amazon or weapons shops or whatever to look for an ornamental great scythe, nothing has the same design as the Dark Souls great scythe. I mean, like, you can buy a replica of the Master Sword from Legend of Zelda, so it'd be cool if you... This is like my favorite fantasy weapon now. I love the great scythe. I wish I could buy one for real. To be clear, in reality, a scythe is not a practical weapon at all. And I'm convinced the only reason we ever saw it as a weapon is because sometimes farmers were forced into militia duties out of pure desperation. And this is like the only sharp thing they might be able to lay their hands on. And you could hurt someone with it, but it's really a suboptimal weapon compared to like a sword or an axe. Yay! More Estus. And by which I mean same Estus, just more potent Estus, which is kind of the same thing. If each Estus flask heals more, then you have to use it less frequently. And you get more total healing. Yes! And yeah, let's upgrade this sword too. There's been a couple of times when cold damage might have been useful, and this sword just wasn't up to the task.
Be careful.
And the dragons seem to stay dead. Very accommodating of you chaps, thank you. Ah! Ambushed. Good lord. Don't underestimate the firebombs. Forgive me for intruding upon your rectory. But I am going to murder all of you, so I guess forgiveness is not really relevant. I mean, why would you waste energy on diplomacy if you know for certain that every single person you're talking to is going to die? Like, and I don't just mean like long-term death when you're 80 or 90 years old. I mean like die right now. That's a mimic. Oh, Christ. So, instead of turning into horrifying bird monsters when somebody screeches, you just stand up and attack me. That's relatively unimpressive compared to what your buddies have done in the past. Are you going to do the crab walk? Instead of doing a hurricane kick at me? Why did I find that so much less threatening than getting kicked in the face? I'm reminded of how much it makes you feel like a Jedi to have an enchanted weapon in these games. Especially right now, it makes me feel like a Sith, because I've got a darkly glowing weapon. Darkly glowing weapon would be like a really good band name for a terrible college band. Like, really awful. Like, even they hate their own music. That's how bad they are. Yeah, sure, that's impressive and all, but what are you doing? Come on. You know you can't reach me down there. Or maybe you're just trying to get under cover so I can't arrow you to death, which I do desperately want to do. Did I have another enemy off to the side? Oh, I see. It just opens the portcullis. So I needed to come in here. This was not an option. Look, Buster Swords aren't cool. They haven't been cool since, like, 2001. Sheesh. Yeah, even though it'll take a lot of arrows, I don't like my chances against that giant glowing Final Fantasy sword. Although I could just do a falling attack on you and get a big head start. Yep, that'll do it. I de-equipped my shield for some reason. Why did I do that? Wait, so there is somebody else up over there. Or is it just one of these dark clerics? Yeah, man. It's almost as if a castle is well defended and crawling with guards. It's kind of the whole point of a castle, right? Denied. Just like Marines in the original Half-Life once said, "Is that all you got? You got nothing." I'm a member of the military, and therefore I'm a violent, angry redneck. That's actually a pretty hurtful stereotype when you think about it. Aha. Another boss this quickly. Where does this go? Wherever it goes there really slowly. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Just another path up, really. That might be the fastest path. I'm honestly not certain. Oh, this lets me get down to whatever's making that horrible noise from before. It was you. Of course it was you. If anything sounds like my soul leaving my body, it would be one of you. That caused the dissolution of the entire Dragon Corps? What the hell is going on in the world? Braille Divine Tome of Lothric. That's a miracle volume, right? Yeah. So is there a way over there, too? Could I have jumped from the other side of that bridge? The elevator that's summonable from elsewhere. And a chest I completely missed. It seems dangerous, but possibly fruitful. Right. Oh, that's fire defense, isn't it? Oh, no. That's the opposite of the sharp ring. Boosting attack when HP is low as opposed to maxed out. Okay, please don't fall off into the cliff and die 1,000 times. Yeah. Just a miracle focus. Hi. Don't want to deal with you guys. Bye. Well, I suppose we'll go freshen up and then run into the boss. Figure out what's going on up there. Wow. The Estus prohibition actually endures through a bonfire. That's messed up. That's weird, though, because none of the other negative status effects do. Poison and toxic and bleed and all that stuff gets cleaned off at a bonfire. Okie doke. Attempt number 1 on whatever this horrifying monstrosity is going to be. Let's see how I can get my dick cut off today. Ew. Oh, it's one of these. Dragon Slayer armor? Oh. So, okay. So it is a night-style enemy, but what was that giant, bony, twiggy dragon thing that went up into the sky? Is that going to heckle me throughout this fight? Looks like it's run away. So probably not. I can just focus on killing the knight. At least this is a knight without a flaming sword. It's a knight with an electrified machete, which I guess is better. I can tell I'm going to want to look up what you're weak to. You know, that shield looks like an entire tortoise shell. It looks like you got a great ancient tortoise and made a shield out of its shell, which actually is a pretty good idea for fantasy armaments. You know, go kill a legendary god turtle and then use his shell as your shield. That is something that these guys would do. See, I've got dark ready, so let's see if you're weak to dark. Ow! Second phase already? I know that usually happens when you get down to about 60% health. Whoa! Of course. That's gonna happen. When you can go through level architecture? Shit. Yeah. You can just about two-shot me even while I'm embered. Oh, and the dragon... What is that thing called, I wonder? I'll call it a dragon, but it looks like a twig dragon. Well, yeah, in this game's visual design philosophy, we could call that a chaos dragon, because it's got the branchy, twiggy appearance that the old chaos has. That is too many souls. I have too many souls. Nope. I'm not going to get out of here, which means these souls are really in danger. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't doing too bad, but just that's far too many souls to risk. You don't sell cold augments.
Can't find anything you like.
Shut up. Don't try to chastise me for not buying anything from you. You tried to kill me, dude. Like twice. You're lucky I don't slash your head off. Only keeping you alive because you sell those dark resins. Attempt number 3. Wow! That dragon can breathe lasers! Are you related to Dovahkiin? Because I think you and him would have, like, a lot of common Fusroda. That was nowhere near as bad as the Dancer or as Pontiff Sullivan. But why is the dragon still alive? Or, no, he's dying. Goodbye. Wow, how far are you going to go? Like all the way down, huh? And you fade out of existence. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so that boss fight was not all that. Just another big, slow, heavy knight that you can dodge more easily by rolling into him as opposed to rolling away from him, and who goes down super easily if you use a weapon with his weakness. I went down and just dumped all the Shining Titanite that I had. Twinkling Titanite, excuse me. And put that into the Ethereal Straight Sword, and the cold really did it. A quick bit of Googling tells me apparently there is no such thing as a cold pine resin or a frost pine resin. So you can never augment a non-elemental weapon with it. It's kind of a weird omission. Oh, I see. So the dragon that was breathing the lasers at me was the Pilgrim Butterfly. So I was really fighting that dragon. The exact metaphysical connection between those two entities is not clear to me. No. Great Axe or Great Shield. If it were up to me solely, I would just eat it right now. But I promised GMA I'd stop doing that unless he told me it was alright. Because I don't know if these other weapons have like some ancillary effects that would be super useful to me, and I don't feel like digging through a wiki for 12 hours to figure it out. It's alright if I like beat a final boss first and then move on to do the extra content in the DLCs afterwards, right? It's more or less what I did with Dark Souls 1. I didn't get into the painted world of Ariandel. Or was it Arameus? I forget. I forget which game has which painted world, but I didn't get into the painted world until after I'd killed Gwen. Why are two bonfires so close to each other? Grand Archives key. Grand Archives. Is this then where I think it is? Certainly looks pretty familiar. Oh, hi. Another one of you crystal wizards. Would you die a lot? I'd super duper appreciate that. Oh no, are we gonna do this all over again? Come on. I spent like 12 attempts on your ass. This aesthetic is most certainly screaming ancient, decrepit Duke's Archives. Where's the record player on a mechanical switch that starts playing David Firth music? It's not really going to feel like the Duke's Archives if I don't see a record player that plays David Firth music. Where do we even go? Another stairway? You have something of an advantage in close quarters, sir. have the advantage when it comes to toughness and attack power. You're just small and slinky. That's all you got going for you. I never remember any portion of the Duke's Archives being this claustrophobic. But it was never confirmed that we saw the entirety of the Duke's Archives in Dark Souls 1. Ha! I just barely ducked under your soul arrow. How do you even feel about yourself? Also, you're covered in wax and your head is on fire. And here's the wax. Now I've got it all over my boots. Hi, I forgot your name. Whatever. Wait, what? I can become Waxhead? Why in God's name would I do this? Can I even breathe like this? Can I light my head on fire now? I'm pretty sure you couldn't breathe like this. My point is... Whoa, your head's on fire. Oh, damn. You must have got one of them. Combustible heads. I've read enough to learn all about them. You're on fire. You're on fire. I won't lie. You're on fire. Combustible head. Combustible head. Alright, I'm done. You're hard to get to know, but you're easy to spot in a crowd. I said I was done. I'm done. I promise I'm done. You guys are not very rewarding to fight. Like, you take forever to kill, and how many souls do you give me? 4,000? Oh, that's some, I guess, but... I feel like I could much more quickly farm up 4,000 souls other ways. The game creators knew that would happen. Haunted books, huh? Interesting. That's a neat twist on the haunted book trope, which I probably first encountered in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If I could even upgrade my Ethereal Sword again, that would just make me rock hard for eternity. Like my turgid penis would last for centuries. Hello? I'm one of you. Will you not attack me now? Nope. So there's got to be some point to dumping my head in candle wax. Yeah, so you're just an environmental hazard. Haunted books. Is this like a religious rite with you guys? Dumping your heads in wax? And if not, why are you doing that? Oh man. The mats are coming fast and quick. That does make it seem like late game, if the game wants me to get all my crap upgraded. Oh, my wax head is worn off. I mean, it probably would eventually. Like, if you continue to move around, even if the wax hardens, it would, like, start cracking and flaking, and eventually almost all of it would fall off of you. Just like human skin when you fail to moisturize. Ew. But I like the wax head, so here we go. Oh, my lungs are coated. Even if I get air into my chest, it doesn't matter because my alveoli can't absorb oxygen. They're just coated in wax. Oh, speaking of trying to breathe wax, can you imagine what it would be like if you, oh shit, ow. Oh well, I guess I needed to get here anyway for this item. Can you imagine what it would be like as a torture technique if instead of waterboarding somebody, you substituted the water for hot wax? That probably would straight up kill them, but it would be incredibly painful before that point. I hope nobody in the CIA hears this, but I'm sure those guys are like experts in torture. They've anything I could think of, they've probably been doing since the 70s. Will you get dead for all of time? Nope, I'm gonna have to chase you around this whole goddamn level, aren't I? You know, Seath was the originator of your crystal magic, and he would not be pleased with how you're using it. And by not be pleased, I mean utterly failing to kill somebody who's trying to link the fire. Because that's what he wanted to do. Did he? No, actually, I don't think Seath would have wanted somebody to stop you from linking the fire, because linking the fire would perpetuate his and Framps and Gwendolyn's power. So he definitely would want to keep you from ushering in the Dark Age and becoming the Dark Lord. But probably the real point is that Seath was just so flippin' insane by that point that he would have attacked anybody who walked into his domain, even if he had no idea what your goals were. When you live forever, and you still try to research immortality, that betrays the idea that you're actually pretty kooky in the brain. And also, he had no skin, so that's not cool. That's got to be a pretty unpleasant way to live. Shivering Stone, aha. So you can enchant cold weaponry, but you can't make it, you can't augment a non-elemental weapon. Ow. Oh my god, that hurt. Ow! You bitch! Just die! Or I could miss you completely, that works too. Please tell me this. No, this is not your last stand. You are not Colonel Custer. Please tell me this is your last stand, because your health bar is pretty low. Finally. God. You've been heckling me for the last 27 forevers. You know, someone give me a bonfire so I can warp home and spend these souls before I lose them. This must go back to where I think it goes back to. What? Huh. Oh. Yep. Just return pipe to the bottom here. I don't want to return to the last bonfire, though, and make all these assholes respawn. So I'll push forward and see if I can find a next bonfire. I lost my wax head again! I really want to be one of you guys. I want to be included, but the wax just doesn't last long enough. Wow. There are lots of you books. By the way, what is the status I have? Wax? Is it cursed? How do you guys get any reading done when the books always reach out and try to kill you? Yeah, curse meter's getting way too high. Not happy with this. There. Now my curse meter may slowly drop. Just like an erection after orgasm. Why do I keep thinking about dicks? Flesh bite ring? Oh my. Oh, I get it. It's the arms that are causing the curse damage. Okay. I'm out of your reach, I hope. I think. Good. Now, let's see. Let's take a look at this ring I just picked up. Aw, sick. Poison, bleed, curse, and frost? That will definitely come in handy at some point. That's one hell of a defensive ring. You're not real, are you? Nope, just a statue. Oh boy. Of course a gargoyle would come. Ow. It is pretty cool how you shield yourself with your wing, but too little too late. Wow. I'm almost certainly to the point of needing a Titanite chunk, though. Or, sorry, Titanite slab. Maybe I could just pop into Dark Souls 2 and pick up 30 of them for $10. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing but a giant stone automata come to murder me to death. Don't run off the cliff. You're gonna do that, aren't you? Alright, cool. Well, I can't even focus on you now because gotta do this. Damn. These guys are kicking my shit. I'm making progress, but it's expensive progress. One Estus charge left. Maybe it's a smart idea to walk away for a minute and let my health regenerate. Which is probably not a... This is probably why it's not a good idea to give your player the option of health regen, because it encourages them to put down the controller and walk away. Let their health bar replenish. I remember doing that back in the 90s with Mega Man X3 when you had an upgrade that would slowly replenish your health bar, but only if you stood completely still. That's probably not good game design. Okay, mostly refreshed. Ah, two of you at once. That's the Dark Souls I know. Ow. Actually, this is so much the Dark Souls I know that it just murdered me. About 20 billion light years away from a bonfire, and I had 81,000 souls now just sitting on the ground. That's great. I can, at least, retreat and try to spend all these mats I've accrued. 6 Titanite chunks, good God. That's it. One more upgrade, and it's just a slab. Ha ha ha. You two probably aren't even worth fighting, honestly. Just get the souls and get out of here. And they probably can't even come in here. Oh, yes! I love it when the game just sprays me with upgrade materials. Once again, be interested to see if this actually does anything at any point. Yeah, come on down. I know what you got going on, dude. So I've been hit with fire damage, and my head has not lit on fire. So is this whole dipping your head in wax thing just a joke? There's got to be some game mechanical purpose to it. Come on, so close, so close. Nope, you don't get to. Sorry, bye. And you do a crazy set of the splits when you die. Good old ragdoll physics, am I right? That just looks like a statue that's going to animate and try to slaughter me. Looks like the whole darn thing is covered in candle wax. It looks like he caught my arrow with his hands. Now that is some skill, bro. Hi guys, you want to buy some organs? Wait, are these the black hands of the armor descriptions that I've been seeing on the loading menu? Because it looks like they're wearing that, and the guy with the bow and arrow has the hat. Only 3 people have had this distinction to date. Her. Taking on all 3 of you at once is going to be a thing, especially since you can heal. Shit. Ah, boy. Alright. Gotta find a way to make this easier. You have a crest shield. Bleed and poison buildup. God damn it, this is going to be hard. Ugh. One down. I hope to hell you guys don't respawn. Or that I can find a way to run past you if I have to get through here a whole bunch of times. 2 down. Wow, I'm going to be impressed if I can do this without dying. But I'm really desperate for a bonfire. Golden Wing Crest Shield, that sounds impressive. He successfully parried me, but he didn't repose properly. All you're doing is canceling my attack? You're not doing... You should be stabbing me in the head with that dagger. Damn! So I'm more powerful than all 3 of the Black Hands, all at once. Parrying spells, damn. It's a pretty good shield. Don't think I'll ever need it. Hopefully I will never need it, but probably stick that into my item box as opposed to just selling it. Oh, please, bonfire, so I can go home and spend these souls. Not have to run back here the long way. Unless this lift is what returns me there. That's right. It's a lift. I'm British now. I can't do a British accent. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, let's go home and spend this. Thank goodness I got to spend all those. That's a lot of stat points. What an entrance. This certainly looks like a final boss approach, but I've been cheated before. Ah. More basic zombies hiding behind wooden planks, huh? Should I even bother to kill all of you? I'm sure even if I do the first time, I will never do it again after that. I'll just run through every time. So let's just do that now, huh? Save ourselves some time. Lots of bad boys. What you gonna do? Sorry, I'm in an animation. You can't hurt me. Haha, I'm invincible due to activity. Oh boy.
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one. Purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none. The fire-linking curse, the legacy of lords, let it all fade into nothing.
Can you stand upright, please? You're really creeping me out.
Now have your rest.
Be one with the dark. Lorien, Elder Prince. Oh my, oh my. Yes, you can stand upright. You're just choosing not to, dick. So this is your gimmick, huh? You teleport all over the place like a Kirby boss, and once again, you're a big dude with a flaming sword. Man, these games love their big dudes with flaming swords. Ah!
Marks are brave.
Wow.
You may rest here too, if you like.
I do not like. Cheeky git. You hit really hard, but you are dodgeable. I know I can do this. Ow. You're not just another big bloke with a flaming sword. You've kind of been there, done that. You just have unique telegraphy I need to be prepared for and learn about. Actually, getting some fire or magic damage is almost certain to help me out more than... Or, sorry, fire or magic defense is almost certain to help me out more than a regeneration that goes like 2 points per second. That means nothing compared to how fast this guy can do damage. See? Ow! So I'll reevaluate my rings if I fail here. But that can't be the whole thing, can it? There's got to be another form.
Dear brother, I'm on my way. My brother, unyielding sword of Lothric's prince.
This would be a great time to just run up and stab him in the head with your frost sword. If you want to do that.
Rise if you would. For that is our curse.
Can you not die? Piggyback. Be careful, you could cause his lower back to get injured. Oh, now you're going to start manipulating your brother's corpse like a puppet and use that to attack me, right? Because that's what these games are. They're gross like that. Yeah. Fire defense is definitely the order of the day. Fire and magic defense. Look at that. Ow! Yeah, whatever.
Rest here too, if you like.
Oh. Could have gone over here this whole time. How much of this am I really meant to explore into? A fair deal of it, it looks like. This is no doubt very boring for the people who already know this layout, but it's my first time laying eyes on this. Oh, thank goodness. That's certainly going to help with this tough boss fight. I hear something heavy walking around. Oh my god. Wing Knight indeed. You are much faster than your size would indicate. Is there another one up top? Yep, there's two. God damn it. Alright, it's time to run. I'm not taking on both of you at one time. What is this? Falling into an atrium here. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's lots of little interesting nooks and crannies all over the place in this game. Blessed gem, cool. Use that to make a holy weapon if I wanted to. And what the heck are you, sir? Something I wish to murder. Hopefully I don't get knocked off here. Actually, this is incredibly dangerous because I've got all these souls, and it's not going to be easy to fall down in exactly the right place if I die somewhere. It's probably time to retreat. Oh, but I love exploring. Yeah, it's got to be time to retreat. I don't see any other items, right? Yep. Alright, let's be safe. Also, didn't I have some Lord Ash to place? Already placed that one. And that guy's just sitting there. God, it's like Yorm's whole skull. It's not quite ashes, but I guess it gets the job done.
Thanks, sweetie.
Don't call me sweeting. I don't care what gender of person you're into. Ugh. Don't do that. Yuck. Attempt number 7. Get closer, he's gonna keep spamming those missiles. Yep. Now what are you going to do on your own? Just cast missiles over and over again? Oh, I have to kill you before you self-destruct and destroy the whole arena, right? Oh! Okay, so the younger prince is the real target here, otherwise you will keep resurrecting him. Took me 7 attempts to get that far to find that out. So really, getting around behind you is the only thing that matters. Adavesta. Well, now that I know better, I'll have a pretty good chance on my next attempt, at least. Okay, I have to do some damage to the younger bro. But I gotta back off before you get that AoE off, right? Nope, done. Soul of the Twin Princes. God damn. Pretty good boss fight. I mean, yeah, to be clear, I'm still furiously sick of Big Bloke with a flaming sword. Big Floke with a blaming sword? Spoonerisms. What is all this stuff? Are these dead plants, or are these, like, paper stars that somebody cut out? So, if I follow correctly, was that the last lord? Let's take a look at the soul I got. Even though I'm really sick of the big dude with the flaming sword, at least this one did have a twist by having his lame brother hook onto his back and piggyback him to victory. Or really to death in this case. Now, was that all the lords? I think I've placed 3 sets of ashes. Let's purchase some stat upgrades before I do anything else.
Very well, then touch taken.
There. Soul level 80.
Farewell, Ash.
Now... can I place the Twin Princes of Lothric on King Lothric's throne? Is that the intention?
Use them to pillage and what else? Our glory, the state goes. Now.
So do I have another Lord's Ashes to get that I haven't noticed?
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones.
Yes.
Thanks to thee, most worthy of lords, Ashen One. With the lords as thy witness, bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the lord's embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord.
Yeah, and keep this ridiculous universe going for a little bit longer, right? The Ethereal Sword has served its purpose, but I'll go back to my favorite thing. So Corland's one of the lords, and he's already there, and it's all done.
lords go without thrones.
Well, the thrones went without lords for a while there.
Surrender your fires to the true heir.
Am I no longer allowed to purchase boss weapons now? I bestow upon you a crown of fire. Looks like you're just sprinkling ash on my scalp. I already have a dandruff problem. Please don't go making it worse.
Let her grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
Gwyn died long ago. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Okay. This must be the end game, right? Wait, was the Firelink Shrine the kiln that whole time? Yeah, look, here we are. With the eclipsed sun crying onto the landscape. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I've got a lot of new stuff to explore, right? Yeah. That's probably for the best that's all I had time to record for right now. We'll come back and see what this nonsense is all about last time. Unless this dumps me directly in the final boss. Wow. What a fantastically ruined world. So do I have like 7 Black Knights to run past and then Gwyn Reborn is there? Or I wonder if it's the Chosen Undead from the first game. I don't know. Jeez. Somebody cleared this place out nicely. Soul of Cinder? Well, you certainly fight like Gwyn. Man, that fire defense really helps. Did not know when that thing was going to swing. That's not the way you're supposed to hold your sword. Oh, it's also a it's also a focus, alright. Yeesh! Armor, Dennis got nothing on you. Ah, okay. This is not something I'm prepared to take the time to learn how to do right now. Oh my god. You can Kamehameha. Is that sword just every weapon in the game? Yeah, this is going to take some practice, and I'm not going to do that right now. We'll come back and try this next time. Is that guy the final boss?